Before the Edo period, powerful daimyo competed with one another for territory and power. And as a result, much of Japan got separated in such ways so that the daimyo could not only benefit, but also govern. But in the year 1606, everything changed. Why, you might ask? Well, that's the year Tokugawa Ieyasu became the Shogun. Ieyasu had won power through military strength. He was determined to create such shogunate that no one would dare to challenge him or his descendants. The first step was to control the daimyo. Other effective measures that brought stability to Japan were alternate attendance. This meant that every second year, the daimyo were forced to live in Edo. The other year, they would live in their domain. Sharing power. The Bakuhan system of 2 levels of government was established. And the last one, strict laws. Laws established by the shogunate control many aspects of the daimyo's life, such as dress and marriage, and if these weren't obeyed, severe punishments would be taken against the offender. But like any society, there were many roles and classes in it. The samurai stood for many virtues: honor, bravery, unquestioning loyalty, self-discipline, and self-denial. A samurai warrior was expected to be brave when faced with pain or death and even be prepared to die fearlessly in battle. That's why they had such high status during the Edo period. Although the peasants didn't have as much status as the samurai did, they were still considered important because they produced the food that sustained the society. Laws controlled every aspect of the peasant's life. They were forbidden to smoke and to drink. Japanese artisans or craftspeople usually lived in towns and cities. The objects produced by the artisans of Edo, Japan were high-quality paper and porcelains, lacquered or enamel containers. Even practical articles such as clocks and pens were both beautiful and useful. Merchants brought items from artisans to trade or to sell to others. Since they didn't actually produce anything, merchants were officially at the bottom of the social order. In Edo, Japan, the class that women were born into determined their responsibilities as it did for men. However, in the overall hierarchy of society, women were always considered lower than men. Women did not have legal existence in the Edo period. They could not own property. Now go 50 years before Tokugawa Ieyasu united Japan, because that's when the Europeans first came into contact with the Japanese. At first, the Portuguese and the Japanese had favorable impressions of each other. However, they did not have many differences, both cultural and religious. But the Europeans didn't come along. They also came with their missionaries. Christianity soon started to spread, but, well, that's another story.